All right, so we're just about ready for drywall here. All the insulation is done. Let's see, the ceiling's got 2 layers of safe and sound on there. The exterior walls got some R19. All the exterior walls there, 2x4 walls. Back wall right there, that one's got 2 layers of safe and sound. Got the boilers on the other side of that, so it's actually pretty quiet even right now with no drywall up. In between the rooms here, got some R30 for the 2x6 wall. I used R30 there instead of the safe and sound. It's not going to be a lot of noise coming from that side, but I wanted some soundproofing going on in there. Show you the back side. So, second layer, this is a 2x6 wall. So, all these gaps are like overlaid, so there's no gaps. There's between the top and the bottom. Looking pretty good. Still need to do a couple quiet boxes. So right over here where we have a conduit coming in, so we got one conduit here. That one's going up here to where the projector is. And I got some Ethernet wire and power line right over here, so the projector will have everything it needs, including a conduit. In case HDMI isn't the standard forever. The other thing I still got to do too, so I got to put some braces in the ceiling here, so get it ready to hang a projector when it's ready. And the other conduit here is going up to the front over here, and this will be behind the false wall. So again, I got a 100-foot HDMI cable to run through there, and that'll run to the TV, which will be here in the false wall at first, and then later upgrade to the projector. Got right here, got a big bundle, got one internet line, and then 2 other generic Ethernet lines. They're just running back to those boxes back there. So it's in case I want to use like an infrared repeater that uses Ethernet lines over there to communicate. So that's all run behind there. And one spare one just for who knows what reason you might need it to have some extra line. But the internet's hardwired right up to the router. So it's a little bit of a mess right here, so excuse my router mess, but that's all going to be hardwired right into the router over here and all the Wi-Fi boxes, and it's them ready to go all nicely. Projector, rear of house, FOH is front of house. And of course we got 3 bass channels right there. We got bass line right there, low frequency. I got one there and then one there. So those are ready to go. And you can't see it right now, but inside of the platform there's 4 lines for tactile transducers, and they're all run out to here. So see the TT rear, so those are all run out to here. So this is all low frequency effects and just the center channel. That bundles the left channels, this bundles the right channels. These are all going to just get run out over to here to the equipment. Got 2 separate lines over here, one for the amp, one for the power, one for the preamp there. So all the amps and the subwoofers are going to be on their own line. So subwoofers got their own line right there, and the 2 up in the front, that's for power. Amp's got its own line for power, and then there's a dedicated line just for the equipment there, and that's also run to the front to the projector up there, all that good stuff. Yeah, so the quiet boxes I got to build up. I'm going to build up quiet boxes like these here. So these quiet boxes where I couldn't put insulation, enough soundproofing insulation, and you want to make sure that everything's sealed. Going through all this hassle, you want to make sure that light's sealed up there. So inside of that box is all going to be sealed. That's the quiet box. It'll be soundproofed into there. Drywall is going to butt up to this point. And then the second layer of drywall is going to go over the front, and that's what gets cut out. Same thing for the speaker boxes here. So these speakers here, drywall is going to butt up to here, right up to the corner there. And I'll use some soundproof insulation there, the soundproof adhesive to seal that gap up, and then another layer of drywall go over to the top of it. So inside of this box will all be fully soundproofed here. Of course, I got resilient channel here, and it's got all these nice rubber grommets. Decouples the ceiling from the floor joists, so dogs and kids running around upstairs, they're not going to make a lot of noise. It's already very quiet down here. It'll liven up once the drywall is up there, and then deaden it back out again once all the acoustic paneling goes back up. But yeah, and then of course we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 speakers for Atmos ready to go. So there's only 4 channels. The back 2 are repeating for the second row of seats. And we got 1, 2 for the surrounds that's the surround for the rear, that's a surround for the front, that's another surround for the rear, surround for the front. So that's a bridge channel there. And of course the front, the center channel, and the right. And last but not least, the 2 rear channels. All ready to go. So 7.1.4 system, but there'll be 15 speakers in total for the second. That'll cover up the second row of seats. So yeah, got to build up that quiet box, finish up a little bit more insulation. Same here, same there. But I'll probably start doing the drywall and use the offcuts of the drywall to make the quiet box. So that wall will probably be the last one drywalled, and then yeah, well, we're pretty much ready to go. Oh, and the last but not least, I think one of the things, it's it's a basement. I've gotten water down here, and I got a French drain system, and you can see a little bit of the cutouts of that right there. So it helps a lot, but I've had up to 2 inches of water in here. So I got this exterior siding here. I'm going to push this down here, and this is like a PVC material. So I'm going to put that on the floor and put this little backing on there to bring it out to just 1 inch. And that'll give me a little bit of a buffer. If I ever do get water down here, then the drywall's not going to get wet. Even the base platform here, I got this wrapped in some sheeting here. I also made sure not to put any holes in the bottom to hopefully keep that thing from getting all wet. And then, and of course, it's all, anything touching the floor, that's all pressure treated. Make sure to use galvanized nails and all that so that it doesn't rot through my nails. They're not falling down. The back wall has a vapor barrier. So this window is going to be one of the last things to get done, so that needs to get updated. And that'll be covered up too. I'm going to make a little hinge to really cover that up. So in case I want to run an air conditioner in the summertime, it gets hot down here, I got something to vent out. But yeah, of course we got all the lighting in here. We got the 4 boxes for the lights. 1, 2, 3, 4. I went with the older style because sometimes I'm not sure if I'm going to go with LEDs in here. I don't think they're going to dim down the way I want them to for the theater lighting, and I'm going to be very particular about my lighting. And over here I got wall sconces. Those are going to be really just to brighten up the room in case you need to do anything in here, but we won't be using those much for while we're watching movies. So, and then I used the Lutron lighting system, so it's a smart lighting you can control with Bluetooth and whatnot. So we'll be able to eventually hook it into the remote control. And last but not least, here is our power. There's the line for the thermostat. So we got some heating ready to go in. So we've got the PEX line right there. Another PEX line. If you can see it, it's under there. Yeah, there it is. Poking out. And so it'll be about 9 feet of baseboard in here. But this room's so heavily insulated. It doesn't even it's the middle of the winter, and it's like 12 degrees out today, and it's not even cool down here. I could probably just be wearing a t-shirt and shorts and be comfortable. There's not even any heat, so not going to need much to keep the chill out down here. Yeah, so that's it. Good progress. Next video I'll probably have drywall going. So, all right. Thanks everyone.